You were not created to live confused or average. There is something inside you that the world is waiting for. The delay is over. The calling is clear. It's time to step into your purpose. There comes a moment in life when you can no longer ignore what you feel inside, that inner voice, that persistent thought, that deep desire to do more, to become more, to live differently. For a long time, you may have ignored it. You distracted yourself. You delayed it. You told yourself, I'll do it later. But purpose does not disappear. It waits, and the longer you ignore it, the stronger it becomes. Because purpose is not just something you choose. It is something you were created for. Now understand this. You were not designed to live randomly. You were designed with intention, with gifts, with abilities, with potential. And those things are not accidents. They are indicators of your purpose. Now the problem is, most people never step into their purpose. Not because they don't have one, but because they are afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of stepping into something unknown. And that fear keeps them stuck, living below their potential. Now here's the truth. Your purpose will always require growth. It will require you to leave comfort. It will require you to face uncertainty. It will require you to become someone you've never been before. And that's why it feels difficult, because growth is uncomfortable. Now let's talk about clarity, because many people say, I don't know my purpose. But purpose is often revealed through what you are naturally drawn to, what excites you, what challenges you, what you feel passionate about. Those are clues. Now here's something powerful. Purpose is not just about what you love. It's about what you are willing to work for, because purpose requires discipline, consistency, commitment. And without those, nothing grows. Now let's talk about delay, because many people feel like they started too late. They feel like they missed their chance. But purpose is not limited by time. It is activated by decision. The moment you decide to step into it, that's when it begins. Now here's the shift. You must stop waiting for perfect conditions. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be challenges. But there will also always be opportunity. And opportunity requires action. Now let's talk about identity. Because you cannot step into your purpose with the same mindset that kept you stuck. You must see yourself differently. Not as someone who is confused, but as someone who is growing. Not as someone who is lost, but as someone who is discovering. Because how you see yourself determines how you act. Now let's talk about discipline, because purpose without discipline leads to frustration. You can have a vision, you can have a dream, but without consistent action, nothing changes. Discipline is what turns purpose into reality. Now here's something important. Your environment matters. The people around you, the habits you keep, the content you consume, all of these influence your thinking. And your thinking influences your actions. So if you want to step into your purpose, you must create an environment that supports your growth. Now let's talk about fear again, because fear will not disappear. It will show up every time you try to grow, but fear is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you are stepping into something new, and that's where growth happens. Now imagine your life if you never step into your purpose. If you continue delaying, if you continue doubting, what will your future look like? Now imagine your life if you decide today, if you take action, if you commit. That difference is everything. Now here's the most important truth. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to start, because clarity comes through action, not before it. And every step you take will reveal the next step. Now understand this. Your purpose is not just about you. It's about the impact you will make, the lives you will influence, the difference you will create. And that's why it matters. Now let's talk about consistency, because consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve small actions. Repeated daily led to big results. Now here's the truth. You are ready, not perfectly ready, but ready enough to begin. And beginning is what matters. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop delaying, because the time is now, this moment, this decision, this action. Because your purpose is not in the future. It is in what you do today. And the longer you wait, the longer you delay your potential. So step forward, take action, commit to growth, because everything you've been through has been preparing you for this moment. This is your time. This is your opportunity. This is your purpose.